everyone, it's Lucy from KBeautyHobbit.com. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a returning viewer. I appreciate you. Today I wanted to try this ManiMe stick-on gels. I bought these with my own money simply because I'm so curious. I keep seeing ads for these, that these are custom made to your nail shape. I bought a few things from them. They came in this envelope. There's some simple instructions here, but I'm going to give you a little more detailed instructions and give you all my tricks on how I get nail stickers to stay on my nails for a couple of weeks. I like that they send you a little practice set. These are still supposed to be custom to my nail shape. Then they also started selling these pre-made non-custom gels as well, so I picked up a pack of those as well. If you want to see me do a video on these, let me know in the comments, but today we're going to focus on the custom ones. Now, when I bought these, they were having a sale and there were not that many options left for colors, so I picked these ones because these spoke the most to me, but they do have a lot of different designs at full price. I just didn't want to spend a ton, so I got this. The practice set is really cute as well. I always start with nail prep, and sometimes it seems like I spend more time on nail prep than on the actual application, especially if it's press-on nails like peel and stick types, because nail prep is the most important. I like using my own metal tool. It's not expensive, it's infinitely reusable. I'll put links for everything in the description box, and I always appreciate when you use my links because that's what helps me keep the channel going. But I push back the cuticles. You can use a cuticle remover. Sally Hansen, for example, is a popular one, but most of the time I prefer to just use this metal tool and gently push back whatever is on the nail. I don't cut anything. I don't want to cut living tissue, the proximal fold. If there's something sticking up, like a little hangnail or a little loose piece of skin, I will trim that off, but for the most part, I don't do anything with cutting. I lack the skill. I'm not licensed and I simply don't want to bother with it. Looking at these at first glance, they do look wider than what I would typically pick out if I were to have a pre-made ready-to-go set with different sizing. But I'm optimistic. ManiMe does include the standard things that most brands of nail stickers include: a little orange stick, little nail file, and a prep pad. I typically just use the Curad brand of alcohol prep pads because they're very saturated. We'll see how this one is. Sometimes the provided ones are too dry. Not sure about the ManiMe one. And then this was cute. It was a holiday theme, so there's a little card back here. Here's the right hand and the left hand, and then some extras. I'm happy to see the extras because mistakes do happen. The way that ManiMe does the custom sizing is they have you submit pictures of your hand holding a standard thing like a credit card, where you will hide the numbers, but you're sending them a picture of your hand next to something standard, something for which the sizing is known, and then they must have some kind of software that goes ahead and processes the size of your nail in relation to the card. Typically at this point with regular standard sets, I would start trying to find which nail fits my hand, but of course these ones are already made to fit my hand supposedly. So we can go ahead and go to the next step of the prep, which is degreasing the nail. Try their pad. Okay, it's very saturated, really feels just like the Curad pad, to be honest. You can definitely use the provided one. Some brands have these little pads that are more papery feeling, and maybe they're trying to make them lint-free, I'm really not sure, but I don't like those as much, but this one is pretty good. So I'm just removing all of the oils from my hands. If you have really oily nail beds, or if you're continually having issues with your strips lifting, one thing you can try is washing your hands with Dawn dish soap right before application. It's not the most gentle thing on the skin, but it will definitely cut down on the greasiness, the oiliness of your fingers. My nails are trapeze shaped, so it's very obvious which side is the cuticle side, but they also tell you which one is the cuticle side on the little card. And now I'm trying to line it up to be as close to the cuticle as possible without overlapping. And I'm just trying to let it go, but this is kind of a short nail, so normally I would line it up and kind of let it go. But here I'm having to hold it down a little bit with my thumb and then let it go. Make sure that it looks pretty straight. It looks straight. And then I like to pull back the skin on the sides when I press it down, just to make sure that the sticker is going to my nail and not the side skin. This will depend on your anatomy. Some people have flatter sides. I have kind of chunkier ones that stick up. Okay. Surprisingly, while this did look too wide for my nail, it's not too wide for my nail. And then I like using one of these tools. Some brands will provide that. I wish all of them did, but you can simply buy a pack of them really inexpensively on Amazon. It's a rubber tip cuticle pusher, but I like to use it to press down on the stickers to make sure that I'm really sealing that outside edge. That's what will give you good longevity. These ManiMe stickers do not need a cure, so there's no need to use a squish light or a lamp if you don't have one, don't want to use one. You don't need any of that, but because we're not using a squish light to smush it down, I am especially going to recommend that you use this rubber tip cuticle pusher to get it to adhere really well. Let's do one more together. The first one went really easily. These are nice and pliable, which I like. One of the worst things ever is getting a set of nails and then realizing that they feel stiff. And some brands will tell you, oh, well, you need to warm them up, you need to sit on them, you need to use a blow dryer. I am not about any of that, no thank you. And most of the time, if I have to manipulate the stickers that much to get them to be pliable, they're not going to last well at all. Okay, here's the ring finger. Again, let it go. The reason I let it go like that and not smush right away is because if this were crooked, I can still reposition it. Maybe I can pull on it. Maybe I can just simply take it off a little bit. But once you start smushing it down, you're getting the adhesive on the nail. And if you then pull it off, the adhesive is not going to be as strong. And you could potentially damage your nail a little bit depending on how much it had time to adhere to your nail, and I don't want to do any of that. My nails are ridged. You probably can see that. I didn't buff anything out because those ridges, the part that is sticking up is actually healthy, normal thickness of the nail, and the parts next to them are actually divots and they're thinner and they're fragile. So if you're filing, buffing your ridges down, you are just taking that healthy nail thickness down to the level of the thinner divots and thinning your overall nail out. Okay, again, very surprised, but this is pretty much exactly the width of my fingernail, even though it looked a little bit wide to me on paper. I will say that in a perfect world, I would make this like 0.5 millimeter more narrow, just because a little bit more narrow is better than exact size or even a little too wide, because that prevents any overlap on the skin. But it's not too wide, it's just exact size, but I think I would have liked it a bit thinner. I went ahead and applied all of the stickers. I trimmed them all except for this last one, so I can show you how to do that. You can use nail clippers if that's what you're comfortable with. I prefer manicure scissors. There's a lot of room for your creativity here. If you like the length of your nail and you just need to trim off the excess sticker, you can do that. If your nail is too long for your liking, like mine are a little bit too long right now, I'm going to take off some of the nail with the sticker as well, just to shorten it a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect here because I'm going to still shape it with the nail file, but here's my little extra. There's a little bit of a nail on that extra too. You can use the nail file that they provided. It's really small and short, and I find it a little bit uncomfortable to use. So I'm going to use my big gritty nail file that I use for pretty much everything. And I like to file it going down this way, like this. And this just ensures that the sticker and my nail are the same length. And then I go in here at the corner and take off the little sharp corners that I have on my nail. My nails are in pretty rough shape. They are damaged. I was doing stuff that I shouldn't have been doing, like over buffing them, trying to get them to be textured for glue-on nails and all those things. So I'm actually not really interested in keeping the current length at all. I think they just need to grow out. And because of all of that, I trimmed mine pretty short. After you do that, after you trim them and file them, you're technically done. The brand says that you can go ahead and add a top coat to seal the ends. I would recommend doing a top coat that needs a UV cure, and that's what I'm going to do. But if all you want to do is do this, you don't want to use a lamp, you can just stop here because technically you are done. Before I do the top coat, I like to take that same little prep pad that we had before, you can use a fresh one, and very gently wipe off the ends because they have all of that filing dust, and I don't want all of that filing nail dust to be in my top coat, creating little lumps and bumps. Just be aware that doing this to some of the nail brands will kind of ruin their finish. So if you're not doing a top coat, I wouldn't go wiping at your nails with an alcohol pad, because on some brands, not this one I don't think, but for some brands, yeah, this one is okay, but for some brands it takes off the shiny top, which is annoying too, because I mean, you should be making nails that can withstand something like a little bit of rubbing alcohol. It's not like this is nail polish remover, but just something to be aware of. Since I'm using a UV light, I'm going to use UV gloves just to protect all of that exposed skin. You can use sunscreen, you can do nothing. I personally would suggest trying to protect your skin if you can, but if you don't want to, fine. Somebody always comes on and makes fun of me, but go ahead. At least I don't have age spots all over my hands. I'm using this Alice & Bella Brilliant Top Coat. This was gifted to me. The ManiMe I bought myself. The Brilliant Top Coat was gifted to me. Not a sponsored video. This is just a one-step UV cure top coat that does not need to be wiped off. So it cures nice and shiny and glossy and not sticky. The reason I prefer a top coat versus just leaving the stickers as is because it's a great way to seal that free edge. And the free edge is this surface right here where the nail and the sticker meet. Because of the color of these stickers, it's not super duper obvious that they're a separate thing from the nail because they're kind of light colored. But when I have red nails or dark blue nails or black nails or anything like that, especially when they're thicker formula, these ones are pretty thin, but when they're darker and thicker, you can really see where the nail ends and the sticker starts, and I don't like that. So I always start by capping the free edge, which is the whole main reason why I'm even doing a top coat in the first place. I'm just making sure I cover the nail and the sticker, and then I do a thin coat all over the nail here without getting on the skin. If you do get something on the skin, this is a good time to use that little included orange stick to take it off. Here's the finished product after the top coat and 2 rounds of curing under the lamp. These look fine. I did have to take off a tiny bit of extra width on this finger and a little bit on the thumb. I also had some buckling in the middle, and that usually means that the nail is too wide, because if you line up the sides perfectly to where it fits and then you have all that excess width kind of pooling in the middle and creating little wrinkles, also known as buckles. So I think these are just a tiny bit too wide for my nails in some of them. They were also kind of wide at the cuticle side, so I couldn't get them as low down toward this skin here as I would like, because they're just simply too wide, and so I had to go a little bit higher. And we're talking millimeters here, half a millimeter, whatever. But that's a lot actually when you think of the overall size of the nail. But definitely not bad. It was nice not to have to guess which sticker goes on which nail because they're already all labeled. But I would say that it didn't provide enough of a benefit to me. I know I'm pretty experienced with nail stickers. I've been doing them for years. I'm pretty good at picking the sizing that I need, and I'm also fortunate enough that most sets of pre-made stickers that are not custom have sizing that fits my nails. I don't have nails that are way outside of the norm in terms of sizing. If you're somebody who cannot use the stickers from standard sets for whatever reason, this might be a really good solution for you. Would I pay a premium for these? No. I got them for a really good price. And for a while when they first came out, I think they were about $25 or so per set, which is a lot. For that money here where I live in the Midwest, I could go and get a manicure at a salon. It wouldn't probably be a gel manicure, it would be a regular one. However, it would be done by a professional and it would likely last me 2 weeks. I got these at a huge discount, and then while I was curing them, I went back on the website just now to look at the pricing, and it looks like you can get some of the colors in the custom sizing for as low as $4, which is a great price and definitely worth it. Just definitely worth a try if you're curious. Some of the other comments I have on these, they are quite thin and not necessarily in the great way. Like I mentioned, I have ridged nails. Because of the pattern here, it hides the ridges really well, and then of course I have the top coat which hides the ridges completely. But if you were to go with a solid color, you have ridged nails like mine, and you don't do a top coat, you will absolutely see the ridges. The material doesn't really feel like cured gel. It feels like a stretchy, almost a rubbery material. And to further prove my point that these are quite thin, when I put this top coat on, which I've used countless numbers of times with the lamp before, this is in most of my videos because this is what I'm using right now. And after I put this on, I was curing, my nail beds felt really hot, which can happen sometimes with UV products, but I never felt that heat with this top coat before. And I think the only reason I felt it this time is because of how thin these stickers are. So they definitely have some pros and cons, and of course there's not enough left in here for a whole other manicure. There's some extras here in case I messed up, which is much appreciated, but this is a one manicure type of deal, so this is not something that I would pay more than $10 for. The true testament to whether or not these are worth the time and effort and money will be how they wear. And unfortunately, I typically cannot update you in the video about how they wear, but I do put that in the comment, so definitely check the comments. And you can also follow me on Instagram at KBeautyHobbit. I post nail fees and kind of wear updates and things like that in my stories there. I also have a nail highlight that you can check out, and as always, feel free to ask if you have a specific question in the comments. I would encourage you to watch the whole video before asking a question because I cover a lot of the stuff in the video, but if you have additional questions, I am here for you. With all of that said, thank you very much for joining me today. If you have any brand recommendations for what I should try next, please leave me a comment. You can also look into my nails playlist. I have tons of videos there, and I also have video ratings for the different nail sticker brands, as well as a whole dedicated video of just my favorite nail sticker tips if you're looking to up your nail sticker game and don't want to watch every single one of my tutorial, because those all offer different tips. Some of them do repeat, but I do try to give you a little bit of something new in every one. You can find me on Instagram at KBeautyHobbit, my blog KBeautyHobbit.com, and in my private Facebook group, Korean Beauty Fanatics. I hope to see you in my next video, and until then, please remember to always listen to your skin. Thank you so much. Bye.